So I got this idea when I was watching a video where someone was complaining about day jobs and 9 to 5s. Another content creator was talking about 9 to 5. They didn't like doing 9 to 5s, and I got this idea about this video, and it reminded me about 2 DVDs that my older brother bought me. And the DVDs he bought me were Blade and The Matrix, which I still think I have them somewhere. I think I have a bit of a hoarder gene, not crazy hoarder, but I keep a lot of things. I still think I have them somewhere. And it gave me an idea because if you are an empath, I also want to make a video about nice guys as well, because there's a distinction between being good and being nice, and sometimes empaths can fall into being people pleasers and being too nice, and that nice comes to their detriment because people end up just walking all over them and bullying them and getting supply from them. So we need to, that's just some people that are on another site, I'll just say hello to them. We can talk about that as well. But this video is basically, what I want to talk about is, my brother bought me those DVDs, and Blade kills vampires, right? And Neo wakes up from the Matrix in the Matrix, and that's literally what you are when you're an empath. When you're an empath, you could say the word as, like, say, chosen ones, or however you want to call it, and you are someone who comes here to, you know, stand for change. You break generational curses. You wake up from this kind of like set lifestyle everyone has to have. Like, you go to school, they teach you to have a job. You are sort of molded into just like another number, and a lot of empaths, we tend to wake up from that. And yeah, our lives are very much like that. The other one was, we'll talk about the Blade, is you are a vampire slayer. Literally, you're slaying these demons, these narcissists, these energy vampires, these cretins, these demons who want to steal your life force, who want to degrade us, who want to make us feel like we are not worthy, who want our empathy, who want to use us like an emotional punching bag, emotional tampon if you're a man. They want to just basically use us. And you know, you have to slay these demons and beat them. You have to slay them by setting firm boundaries. You have to slay them by saying no to them. It's very important to be able to set boundaries and to be able to say no to people. Even if these people end up trying to bully us, we have to literally get to a space where we can just like say no. And we're not afraid to say no to these people, because, you know,
let's take a 501 City Road, Islington.
A part of being
in 800 meters. Turn left on B512 Crowndale Road.
A part of, sometimes you have to deal with these people. You have to deal with narcs and energy vampire, but the deal is not to give them too much supply, not to get involved in their, I call it endless intrigues, like arguing over things that are not important, but just to get supply. Again, they love arguing, not to allow them to manipulate us or to gaslight us. So holding on to our reality, like knowing like when to shut them down. Like, okay, you know, I did that with the supervisor when he was trying to say something to me. I said to him, oh, well, that's the way you see things. Or you could just say like, you know, yeah, that's your opinion, or opinions are not facts, or, you know, things like that, just to like close them down. Because what they try to do is to use things against us. They try to trick you into believing something when it's literally their opinion or their perception, their feeling. Because with narcs, sometimes they'll be like, their feelings are facts. One of my relationship with narc number 3, she was like, oh, I can feel it. You're cheating. You know, they think that their emotions that are telling them, they get a signal and they just believe it without any evidence. Whereas with us, it's, you know, we need evidence. We will literally keep taking them back. We will allow them to continuously mock, continuously devalue, continuously cheat on us, and we're looking for that evidence and we can't find the evidence. So we're like, we just let them do it. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that because it's very good to take up some kind of physical exercise, some sort of self-defense, because when you're straining your body, you're fortifying your physical self, it comes through in your mental and your spiritual health, just sort of not allowing people to walk all over you. Sometimes you have to actually give answers back in work. Sometimes when it's in a joke setting, give it back. They try and mock you as a joke, mock them as a joke. I know sometimes it's better to avoid and not be around people, but I was talking about this the other day. Sometimes it's hard to work a job and be around these people, not be around them, because it looks like you stick out because you're not mixing in and like having tea and smoking around with these people. Sometimes you can be around them. You don't have to actually give supply or take part. Today, the leads installer was getting ready for work and they were all stood around having tea and smoking, and I decided not to go over to them and stood with the lead. So it's not all the time, but sometimes I will go over and it's fine. It's not that that we don't have any resilience or tolerance at all. Yes, we do. It's just that we decide when and when we don't want to use it. And if people don't want to be around us when you put firm boundaries, that's fine also. Get rid of them. Because people are not going to feel comfortable in this new version of yourself, this spirit, this like awakened version. Like this person who stands up for themselves, this person who decides who they want in their life, this person who doesn't take silent treatments, this person who, you know, can walk away from relationships, can walk away from friendships, can burn bridges over anything. It's a new, new version of you, and not everybody's gonna like it. Simple as that, and that's fine. They can live your life, you know. So yeah, we are Blade. We are modern day Blades. We are modern day energy vampire slayers, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We are this new age spiritual priests and priestesses, where we are fighting the spiritual warfare. I try and read your, like I said before in other videos, if you could read a page of your Bible every day, or at least read, you know, there's a Bible app, I said before, YouVersion, where you can where does this go? Accept cycles. Hold on a minute here. Let me just see this. Yeah, where you can you get a quote of some sort, because it just helps. It helps you just get closer to God and source and universe, and you end up just kind of, it feels like you're in a better space rather than having to deal with these demonic forces by yourself, you know. just being aware of your, you know, what you're going through. And fighting these spiritual battles, this spiritual warfare. And yeah, the same goes with Neo. Empaths are curse breakers. We, you know, generational curse breakers. We wake up from the matrix. We try and find our own path. We don't stick to no set way of doing things. We're not just a number. We're way more than that. We're creative on a out of this world level. Yesterday I was trying to say something. I kept saying glass ball. I meant crystal ball. So this guy I was working with, he was acting like he had a crystal ball, as in he could predict what would happen to me, because he was the person working behind the scene making those exact things happen. And there's nothing that we can't learn. There's nothing that we can't do that is to the level that is just a really good level, high standard, really super like poised, beautiful, really elegant style. That's like, you know, just from the sense of our sensitivity in a good way, in a creative way. We're next level creativity, you know. That sensitivity can be like romantic, beautiful, kind of melancholic, anything, any word you can describe it. But we also have to have the side where we can go medieval, where we can go yeah, sorry, there was like people crossing the road that they weren't supposed to be crossing there. Yeah, we have to have the side of us where we can draw out our sword, our samurai sword, and just cut their head off, and just like, you know, be very like firm and not accepting their bad treatment of us. That's the blade side. That's very, very, very important, because the main thing is that these people are everywhere. You can't get away from narcs, sadly. You know, this is not heaven. Everywhere you go, there's a narc. It could be a postman. It could be someone that you buy your newspaper from. It could be, you know, it's obviously some of your co-workers, your supervisors, the heads at these people, they actually they get rewarded by being narc, so they end up being in positions of power. So we have to find a way that we can be resilient, and we can deal with them, and we can deflect them and not give them supply unknowingly, not take everything so personally, and when we need to, set ourselves up so we can be independent from them. At the moment, there's a, you know, I don't have to tell you, it's another video, but it's a big exchange of wealth at the moment in terms of cryptocurrencies and things you can do where you can invest your money in certain other things. So maybe in 5-10 years time, those investments could maybe take over, and you can start earning money passively through those digital assets. This is not the video for that. But if you do your own research, this is not a financial advice. You can go and find what those things are. And then you won't have to you won't be in the, you won't be so relying on narcs that are in control of your work pay, in control of your job, in control of, you know, where you live. These narcissistic landlords, where I live right now, it's a nice building as a conversion, but they have barely done any work there since I've been there. And when they've done work, it's so patchy. Like they do bits here, bits there of work, and a sense of like I'm not alone in that place in terms of like noises, gang stalking, you know.
Red light, camera ahead.
Weird coincidence. Yesterday there was just a car that drove past me while I was parking. It was just like beeping aggressively, like it was beeping at me, abusing me. And sometimes I'm just driving, and say if I'm driving and there's a car coming the other way early in the morning, that other car will have its full beam lights on, or behind me full beam, so it's blinding me in my mirror. So all this spiritual attacks, these Satan's minions that are attacking us literally for no reason. Well, there is a reason, because we're God's chosen. But they'll get it back. All right, that's the video for today. Peace.